Itinagan ti Ama, ken ti Anak, ken ti Espiritu Santo. Amen. O Diyos, nga managabalin amin, ken managayat nga mami. Dawatan mi iti bendisyon mo. Iti daytoy na insang sangayan nga okasyon. Iti opisyal nga panakadeklara iti syudad mi ti Vigan, akas Wonder City of the World. Dagkel daytoy ngainted mo nga parabor ken dayaw ti syudad ti Vigan ken ti probinsya mi nga Ilocos Sur. Sapay la kuma nga da kami nga taga Vigan ken iti probinsya ti Ilocos Sur. Ket ipatidmi ken masustinar daytoy nga dayaw nga naitid kada kami babaen iti nasayaat ken nakapya nga panagbiag ni. Sapay na kuma nga babaen iti agtultuloy nga ayat ken panarabay mo kada kami ket makapagbiag kami akas nasingpet nga anak mo. Akas anak mo, Apo, may maysa kami nga pamilya. Gapo ta sika ti managayat nga mami. Iturong mo kami, Apo, ti dalan iti pagsayaatan mi amin. Nga iti panagprogreso ti syudad mi, ket pagnamayan mi amin nga lumugar, nga awan ti mabati wenno maawanan. Dawatan mi met iti pamindisyon mo, kadag iti pinilim nga mangiturong ti syudad mi. Ited mi ti panagyaman mi kadakwada, gapo iti panagtrabaho da, na ited na ito'y nga dayaw iti syudad mi. Sapay na kuma, nga babaen ti sirip ken piksa, nga ipaay mo kadakwada, makita da nga kanayon, ti pagsayaatan, ti umili, ken matungpal da, ti agem, ngainted mo kadakwada. Dawatan ni amin daytoy, itinagan ni Apo Jesus. Amen. Itinagan ti Ama, ken ti Anak, ken ti Espiritu Santo.
You may now be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Mayor of Vigan City, Honorable Eva Marie Singson Medina.
His Excellency Vice President Jejomar Binay, Archbishop Marlo Peralta, Senator Cynthia Villar, Dr. Elenita Binay, Mr. Bernard Weber, Mr. John Paul de la Fuente, provincial officials headed by Governor Ryan Singson, Congressman Ronald Singson, and Congressman Eric Singson, Congressman Gatchalian, Mr. Budiaporte Tanojo Harjo of Komodo Kita Foundation, Mr. Oliver Amoroso of the GMA Network, Vice Mayor Lulu Bakiran and the members of the City Council, the Quirino family represented by Miss Ruby Gonzalez Mayor and Miss Cory Quirino, mayors of Ilocos Sur, other provincial, barangay, and city officials, representatives of non-government organizations, friends from media, a pleasant good evening to everyone. Vigan, a new seven wonder city. It is music to our ears. It elicits pride from our hearts. The global search started with more than 1,200 nominees from 220 countries. This was reduced to 77, limiting a country to one entry. By 2013, there were 28 cities vying for the 7 slots. This was trimmed down to 21 on July 7, 2014, and 3 months after, the 14 finalists were announced. And on that joyful day of December 8, 2014, Philippine time, Vigan rose to be one of the new 7 wonder cities of the world. One of the 7 best cities that represents the ideals and triumphs of urban society. A city that has successfully combined the past and the future, heritage and modernity, and create a habitable heritage city of choice. Tonight, no less than Mr. Bernard Weber, the founder and president of the new 7 Wonders of the World Foundation, has come to install our great city in this prestigious group of new wonders of the world. Vigan is overwhelmed by this unprecedented recognition. We are awed at her being named as one of the new 7 wonder cities. We are genuinely proud of this success, born out of the support and confidence of the millions of people that enabled us to be in the company of Doha, Durban, Havana, Beirut, Kuala Lumpur, and La Paz. This prestigious status intensifies our desire to conserve our priceless heritage and sustain excellence in local governance. It is a blessing that inspires us to give back and revere with even more humility the glory to the Almighty, who makes all things possible. Almost 2 decades ago, Vigan was a sleepy community and the economy was down. Peace and order was at its worst and the Bigueños were dejected. The slow-paced development of Vigan shifted when this administration took the reins of governance in 1995. We recognized our rich cultural patrimony as an asset that would reverse a seemingly hopeless situation. We made heritage conservation the anchor of our governance and made sure that we shall attain development by preserving and valuing our heritage. I can only smile when I look back to the times that I would dream of Vigan joining the ranks of Baguio or Cebu or Davao cities that brim with attractions, activities, tourists, and business. With this dream was the desire to spur economic development through heritage conservation. This did it for us, and the gains of conservation did not only bring us awards, but also economic rewards. The arrival of tourists created livelihood and employment opportunities for our people, and even brighter prospects for our economy. Souvenir shops are swarmed by customers. The demand for our locally made delicacies and traditional crafts have soared. Hotels are fully booked and relish a year-round peak season. More transient homes, cocheros are doubling their time and even their horses to accommodate the many riding tourists. There are long queues in empanada and sinanglao stalls, food establishments in other destinations, but the most heartwarming of all are the long rows of pilgrims who venerate the patrons of the cathedral and the Simbaan na Basit. Now it gives us pride to be consistently recognized locally and even internationally as one of the top destinations in the Philippines, and in turn reap the benefits of our endeavors. This is Vigan, our heritage wonder city, whom we are all proud of. And we must know by heart that as residents, it is our responsibility to preserve her, to nurture her, to keep it vibrant and to treasure her, not just for today, but for future generations to appreciate and emulate. As I end, let me thank Vice President Jejo Marbinay for his enormous support to our journey towards becoming a new seven wonder of the world. Thank you, sir, for honoring us with your presence in this significant event. To Mr. Bernard Weber and the New Seven Wonders Foundation family, we thank you for your cause to make known to the world of natural and cultural sites as well as cities that are worthy of emulation, and this includes Vigan. We thank Senator Cynthia Villar for her very enthusiastic endorsement of our bid. Thank you, Madam Senator, for your frequent visits to Vigan, and like a good friend, you have always made us feel na hindi kami iba sa'yo. Thank you, former Governor Chavit, for the much-needed encouragement. You have been a pillar of Vigan as it hurdled this search. Thank you, Governor Ryan Singson and Congressman Ronald Singson, for your unwavering assistance. We sincerely appreciate it. To all the millions of Filipinos here and abroad who voted and campaigned for Vigan, we sincerely thank you. To everyone who contributed to this triumph of our city and of the entire country, God bless you. May He reward you for bringing Vigan to the exclusive role of New Seven Wonders of the World. My beloved fellow Bigeños, I say to you, the aspirations and labors of this administration are fastened to your well-being. You are our inspiration as we govern. As your leader, I am proud to be at the helm of a constituency that consistently achieves with excellence, that has been molded in deep spirituality, that endures and are unscathed by the most difficult challenges. A community that will always bear the honor of being residents of a UNESCO World Heritage Site and at the same time, a wonder city of the world. Thank you very much. Viva Vigan!
Thank you, Mayor Eva. Yeah, now please welcome your hosts, two of GMA Network's prime stars, Benjamin Alves and Lauren Young.
Naimbag nga rabii mga kapusong Bigeños. Kamusta po kayo?
Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Benjamin. And hello to all our foreign friends and as well as all the tourists that are here tonight. Welcome to the heritage city of Vigan.
We are very delighted to be in your presence tonight and to witness a celebration of another honor brought by the heritage of the city of Vigan, not only to the Bigeños, but also all of Philippines.
and tonight your beautiful city will be officially proclaimed as one of the new 7 wonder cities of the world. And I think that deserves a round of applause, don't you think?
Yes.
Palakpakan naman tayo, guys.
In behalf of the Kapuso Network, we would like to congratulate Vegan City for this prestigious accolade. Alam mo, Lauren, bigatin tong ano na to eh.
Oo nga eh,
It's really
sobra.
prestigious. Imagine out of the 1,200 nominees from 220 countries, nakapasok ang vegan in the elite circle of 7.
Wow.
So 7, 1,200. So ibig sabihin parang nag-knockout na, ano, parang si Manny Pacquiao, ni-knockout 1,193 Mayweathers.
Daming knockout.
Oo, kung lumaban si Mayweather.
Ulit. Yun lang kung lumaban ulit. But you know, seriously, Benjamin is right. The selection was as competitive as boxing. And thank you again to all the people who are here tonight, who voted, who believed in vegan. Because honestly, your city has been through a lot. And proof of that vibrant history and the resiliency of your people are your many architectural wonders like the iconic Calle Crisologo and this magnificent structure behind us, the St. Paul Cathedral.
And of course, also with our lovely backdrop, we also have to greet our lovely guests. When we start, Mr. Bernard Weber, President of New 7 Wonders Foundation. Good evening, sir. Of course, our Vice President, Honorable Jejomar Binay. Kamusta po? Dr. Elenita Binay. Senator Cynthia Villar. Honorable Governor Ryan Lewis Singson and Mrs. Patricia Sabellano Singson. Good evening po. Vice Governor Teo Gracias Victor Sabellano and Dina Bonivi Sabellano. Good evening po, sir and madam. And also, Congressman.
Yes, I would like
Sherwin
to add to
Gatchalian.
that. And also Congressman Eric Singson, Congressman Ronald Singson, His Excellency Archbishop Marlo Peralta, Monsignor Vicente Avila, Vice Mayor Lourdes Paquiran, SPM Carlo Medina.
Yes, and of course, from GMA 7, Sir Oliver Amoroso. Kamusta po, Sir Oli? Thank you for having us again. The grandchildren of Congressman Eric Singson. Hello to the grandchildren. Miss Janina M. Farinas and guests. Good evening po. And also the Vegan City officials. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Provincial officials, honorable mayors, the media. Thank you for covering us. And barangay captains. And also, of course, our Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra Department Heads and Chiefs. Good evening po sa inyo. And of course, good evening po sa lahat ng Bigenyos. Kamusta po kayong lahat? Oh, daming tao.
Oo nga eh. And excited na ba kayo? Parang hindi naman masyado. Are you guys excited?
Excited na po ba kayo?
Yes!
Right. Okay. It has been a great journey getting here, Lauren. So, to learn more about this journey, please turn all of our attentions to the screens and let's watch this.
As we Filipinos go about our daily lives, we're often blissfully unaware that the streets we navigate had been the sites of historical events and witnesses of memories of the lives of different people. An incredible amount of artworks, treasures, buildings, books, and other manifestations of the cultural wealth of our country lost forever. Unaware of the destruction of the past, it is therefore a cause for joy when we chance upon places in the Philippines where the past is still cared for and very much present. One such place is Vigan. A UNESCO World Heritage City that is truly a treat for those who have a longing for days of the past. Vigan, a city that is located in the Ilocos region, is the capital city of Ilocos Sur, a UNESCO World Heritage Site for being one of the best preserved examples of Spanish colonial town. But before the Spanish times, Vigan used to be a coastal trading port of Chinese traders. Hence, the architecture around the city is a combination of the Philippine, Oriental, European, and Spanish architecture, making the city very unique compared to the rest of the Philippines and the world itself. Vigan, a quaint little city boasting its elusive beauty to the world and slowly taking pride for its rich history and culture. suddenly faces the biggest challenge yet.
Nangunguna ngayon ang 7 lungsod sa Pilipinas sa nominado para sa
Vegan City Government na lumahok sa pagboto sa lungsod.
in the search for the new 7 wonder cities of the world.
Nasa unang pwesto ang Vigan, Ilocos Sur, sinundan ng Cebu City, Davao City, Iloilo City.
Out of the 1,200 list, yung mga iba, well-known na, tas tayo, sa global community, nag-uumpisa pa lang. We were virtually on our own. For me, the most difficult part was actually finding resources. Sometimes when you have very limited resources, you need creativity to come up with different strategies to be able to reach as many people as can be. It was good that the team was really cohesive and very creative. We had dedicated staff and very cooperative advisory council. I guess we relied on the people who were good-hearted and who really have a love for vegan. Some of them really volunteered their services without any remuneration from us. We got from the youth, from the women's sector, from the media, from the NGOs, more support, not only coming from the people of vegan, not only from the province of Ilocos Sur, but in the entire country. And as well as those Filipinos residing overseas. Because of that, we saw the coming together of a lot of people within different sectors to give support to vegan. So we sent a lot of resolutions and letters, and it was very heartwarming because the first ever that responded to us was the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines through Archbishop Soc Villegas. And in his letter, it said there that we will not only ask the faithful to vote for vegan, but we will also pray for you. We also asked the help of the youth. They were also one of our greatest supporters. It dawned on me the difficult task ahead of us. When you are one of the new 7 wonder cities, that many people expect so much from you, from your cities, from your services. The whole North actually is benefited with the inclusion of vegan as one of the new 7 wonder cities. At this point, I would like to thank all those who helped, who volunteered, who supported the quest of vegan to be one of the new 7 wonder cities of the world. Our hearts are overflowing, and if we are not able to individually shake your hands, may God bless you for your kindness. To the people of vegan, a big task is ahead of us. There is a higher calling for a bigger responsibility ahead of us. Let us work together to take care of our heritage, which is the very reason why we were included as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Vegan, our heritage from the past, our treasure today. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang vegan, mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
A round of applause again, please. Thank you. Nakaka-proud talaga, Lauren. Imagine, 1,200 entries, 220 countries. Tapos pag napili yung Pilipinas, vegan, they're out of all the cities here in the Philippines.
Vegan talaga
yung nagano. And then what was also nice in the video, they said na, you know, the support didn't only come for the Bigeños, you know, not only the city, but everyone from the Philippines, even abroad. And that's, nakaka-proud talaga yun.
Ganun talaga pag Pinoy eh.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we support one another no matter where you're from in the country.
Speaking of support, like yung laban ni Pacquiao, I feel like nanalo si Pacquiao dahil dito sa... Talaga hindi ako makaget
Di
over
ba?
natalo tayo.
Wala.
Hindi talaga.
But it's
Hindi
okay.
talaga.
You know, I totally understand because that's how I felt when my sister, the first ever Filipina to win Miss World, you know, won the title for our country. So,
Megan Yang.
yeah, my sister Megan Yang.
Yang,
So,
okay.
I think it goes without saying, everyone feels that right now.
Yes, Filipino pride talaga. And it is our honor to introduce this group of world-class musicians that also brings Filipino pride. Lauren?
To entertain us with a medley of Ilocano folk songs with Maestro Olivier Oceanin conducting, let us give a warm applause to the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra. Thank you, Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra. And now, to give us an inspirational message, let us all welcome the Honorable Senator, Mrs. Cynthia Villar.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. I'm very happy to be here on the occasion of the inauguration ceremony of Vigan as the new 7 Wonder City of the world dito sa St. Paul's Cathedral ng Vigan. And nais ko pong batiin ang ating mga kasamang panauhin ngayong gabi na pinangungunahan ng ating mahal na Vice President Jejomar Binay. Palakpakan po natin siya at ang kanyang may bahay na si Dr. Binay. We wish also to acknowledge Bernard Weber of the foundation which chose Vigan as one of its wonder cities. Okay. Nandito po din ang ating Governor Chavit Singson, Governor Ryan Singson and Mrs. Singson, Congressman Ronald Singson, Congressman Eric Singson, Congressman Gatchalian, Vice Governor TV Savellano and Mrs. Savellano, Monsignor Vicente Avila, Mayor Eva Marie Medina, and former Mayor Ferdy Medina of Vigan City, Vice Mayor Lulu Bakiran, members of the Sangguniang Panglungsod ng Vigan City, city officials, barangay officials of Vigan City, the heirs of President Elpidio Quirino, headed by Mrs. Ruby Quirino Mayors and Cory Quirino, other guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Maraming salamat sa imbitasyon at ako ay bahagi ng inyong masaya at importanteng event ngayong gabi, ang inauguration ceremony ng Vigan City as the new 7 Wonder City. Napakalaking recognition yan, hindi lamang para sa inyong mga taga-Vigan, kundi para sa lahat ng mga Pilipino. Congratulations again to Vigan for being recently declared as one of the new 7 Wonder Cities of the world. Katulad ng mensahe ko during your fiesta in January, a lot of positive things are really happening for Vigan. And I hope you will build on this to further develop and grow. As you grow, do not turn your back from your rich heritage and culture. At alam ko na ang mga Bigenyos ay pinahahalagahan naman ang inyong heritage. Kaya nga ang Vigan City ay kasali rin sa World Heritage List ng UNESCO. Tamang-tama rin dahil sa buwan ng Mayo ay itinalaga bilang National Heritage Month under Proclamation number 439 signed on August 11, 2003. Primarily because there is a need to create in the people a consciousness, respect, and love for the legacies of Filipino cultural history, and to raise material support for the protection of tangible and intangible heritage. At dahil din traditionally, sa buwan ng Mayo ay maraming fiestas, festivals at iba pang local festivities ang ipinagdiriwang sa buong bansa. We should always embrace and be proud of our origin, especially amidst the fast modernization and changes happening around us. Kahit sa aming home city of Las Piñas sa Metro Manila na tinuturing na sentro ng mabilis na modernization, nananindigan kami na i-preserve also ang aming cultural and historical heritage ng aming syudad. Noong congressman pa si Senator Manny Villar, isinulong niya ang pagbasa sa batas ng Republic Act 8003, which declared the old barangays of our city as the Las Piñas Historical Corridor. We have been able to redevelop the old town of Las Piñas, allowing us to preserve historical structures and recreate the architectural design of the Spanish colonial period. The cultural historical program is aimed at preserving our history, providing opportunity to visitors and future generations to learn about and from our history, and enhancing the tourist attraction value of our city. Katulad ng mga leader at government officials ng Vigan, naniniwala kasi kami na mahalagang gunitain at i-preserve ang culture and historical elements ng isang lugar, lalo na sa gitna ng mabilis na pagbabago. Para ang mga residente ng ating mga syudad ay alam ang mahahalagang aspeto ng kanilang kasaysayan. Noong March, may pinasiyaan muli kami na structure na tinatawag na Battle of Zapote Bridge na naganap sa aming syudad noong February 16, 1897 between the Americans and the Filipinos. It was considered as the second largest battle during the Phil-American War. Zapote River separates the city of Las Piñas in Metro Manila from Bacoor in the province of Cavite. Ang kalahati ng original Zapote Bridge ay nag-collapse. The bridge was blown by Katipuneros to prevent Spaniards from entering Cavite. Kaya pinarestore ko ang kalahating bahagi at tinayuan din namin ng monumento at mga park. Ang kalapit na barangay hall ay sinunod din namin sa 18th century architecture ang disonyo. Katulad ng nasabi ko kanina, katulad ninyo, naniniwala kami na mahalagang gunitain at i-preserve ang cultural at historical elements ng isang lugar, lalo na sa gitna ng modernization. Progress and development should not be at the expense of heritage and history. They can go hand in hand. History has always proven itself. Katulad na lang sa tourism sector, I think everyone will agree that our country's rich natural resources, colorful cultural diversity, and national history are what attract tourists most to travel and even stay in our country. Yan din ang major attraction ninyo dito sa Vigan. Marami rin kayong mga negosyante at mga entrepreneurs na nagtutulungan. Isang magandang halimbawa dyan ay ang mga travel agencies and tour operators marketing and promoting Vigan as a prime destination here in the country. That also boosts the tourism statistics in our country. So keep up the good work. You don't need me to tell you that you are on the right track as far as promoting your beautiful city to the rest of the country and the rest of the world. And since we are gathered here in front of the cathedral, I would like to add also na marami kayong dapat ipagpasalamat sa inyong patron saint, Saint Paul the Apostle. On that note, maraming salamat muli sa pag-imbita nyo sa akin at mabuhay ang Vigan at ang mga Vigenyos. Maraming po salamat. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Senator Cynthia Villar. And now, let's hear the Vigan New Seven Wonders song, composed and arranged by Mr. Ato Del Rosario. Please welcome Miss Jolette Bueno and the Vigan Cultural Troupe.
Heritage
Thank you, Jolette Bueno, and the Vegan Cultural Troupe for that wonderful number. Now, to introduce our very distinguished guest of honor and speaker tonight, let us welcome the father of Ilocos Sur Province, Honorable Governor Ryan V. Singson.
Manami na po, kablawan tayo. Kaya ayaten tayo unay, ng Archbishop tayo, Archbishop Marlo Peralta, Monsignor Vet Avila, Monsignor Gary Formoso, to the very active, kaya nagaget na po, na senador tayo, niya po Senator Cynthia Villar, Dr. Rabinay, Vice Gov. D.V. Sabeliano, Congressman Ronald, Congressman Eric, Congressman Win Gatchalian, Governor Chavit, Mr. Bernard Weber, board members of the 1st and 2nd District, kadwa tayo pay Apo, the representative ni Apo Gov. Amy Marcos, ni Apo Bokal Albert Chua, mayors of the 1st and 2nd District of Ilocos Sur, our Wonder Mayor, Mayor Eva Medina, Vice Mayor Lulu Bakiran, City Councilors, Councilor Don De Leon of Quezon City, the Quirino family, Ken katakayamin Apo, ng inspirasyon ko ng agserserbi na impag na oras. Ako po ang binigyan ng trabaho para ipakilala ang atin na bisita ngayong gabi. Siguro babaguhin po natin yung tradisyon. Kasi sa pagkilala sa isang bisita, yung papel na babasahin nyo po na anong taon pinanganak, saan nag-aral, anong trabaho hanggang ngayon, ano yung mga accomplishments at saka yung mga other mga pinaggagawa. Siguro po ngayon, I'm privileged enough to introduce to you, galing po sa personal experience. Kasama ko po si Vice President Binay from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Umiikot po kami sa 1st District ng Ilocos Sur. Nakaabot na po kami ng bayan ng Sinait, Cabugao, Magsingal. Sa kotse pa lang po, nakilala ko na yung totoong Jojo Binay. Sa tagal po namin nag-uusap sa kotse, doon ko po nakita ang isang taong sincere na gustong tumulong sa ating bansa, isang taong dedicated sa public service, at isang tao na alam niya po ang mga problema at kailangan sa amin mga LGUs, mga pinagdadaan namin. Alam niya po, at isang taong practical na in the sense, yung mga sinasabi po sa akin kanina, nakikita ko po na siguro ito na yung pagbabago na kailangan natin at isang tao na magbibigay ng progreso sa ating bayan, Pilipinas, lalong-lalo na po dito sa aming lalawigan ng Ilocos Sur. Ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged to present to you the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Jejomar C. Binay.
Pupo kayo. Maraming salamat sa pagkapakilala, Governor Ryan Singson ng lalawigan ng Ilocos Sur, Dr. Lenita Binay, Senator Cinta Villar, Governor Chavit Singson, Mrs. Patricia Singson, may bahay ni Governor Ryan Singson, Congressman Ronald Singson, Congressman Eric Singson, Congressman Whit Gatchalian, Vice Governor D.V. Savillano, Mayor Eva Medina, Vice Mayor Lulu Bakiran, Director Jeremy Barnes, Executive Director of the National Museum, His Excellency Archbishop Marlo Peralta, Monsignor Vicente Avila, ABC President Nicolas Joseph De Leon, at iba pang mga barangay captains, Mr. Bernard Weber, President of the new Seven Wonders Cities Foundation, Mr. John Paul de la Fuente, Executive Director of the new Seven Wonders Cities Foundation, provincial officials of Ilocos Sur, city officials of Vigan, co-workers from government, friends from media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant evening to all of you na imbag nga rabi kada kayo amin. Nagpupugay ako sa inyong lahat. You do your country proud by having Vigan listed among the 7 wonders of the world. Mr. Bernard Weber, President of the new Seven Wonders Foundation, I welcome you to the Philippines on behalf of the Filipino people and thank you for gracing this historic occasion. I would also like to offer my sincere thanks to Mayor Singson and the people of Vigan for allowing me to share your joy today. I am deeply honored. Maraming salamat sa inyo, Diyos ti Agina. Many things come to my mind as we rejoice in this inauguration. First is how this lovely city of Vigan came to be. We all know that the city was not built in just a few years. It is a product of painstaking labor, of careful planning, constructing and persevering over several centuries. Pinaghirapang talaga ang pagplano, pagtayo, at pagmimintine nitong inyong lungsod. Surely, not even Juan de Salcedo, who named this place Villa Fernandina, could have thought that the settlements he established would stay relatively unscathed through the centuries and survive a world war and countless calamities. But it did, and is now a living cultural sanctuary. What is more amazing is that the buildings here and the cobbled streets all together tell the story of how life was in those times and yet remain livable even to these days. The whole city shows the mix of cultures. Spanish influences are obvious in the style of the houses, the plazas, and the church. But along with this are Chinese, Malay, and other European touches that create a peaceful, wisely planned, and bustling community. The various peoples of those days blended the designs and claimed the outcome as their own. This melding of cultures in Vigan reflects the Filipino, who is a fine blend of East and West, partly Malay, partly Chinese, partly Spanish, and sometimes with other nationalities in his ancestry, but with his own distinct nationality. The Filipino borrowed his traditions, customs, and even his faith from his varied ancestors, put all this together in a manner that suited him, and thus affixed his own identity on the mix. I even venture to say that the renowned Filipino resilience was shaped by this intermingling of cultures, which allows today's Filipino to interface easily with other peoples. Just as amazing is the tremendous effort to preserve this city. I must congratulate every resident of Vigan for contributing to this preservation. Yung ibang settlements na tinayo na kasabay nito ay nasira na, dinaanan ng giyera, binagyo, napabayaan o kaya ay sinira, pinalitan dahil wala na sa uso. But not the people of Vigan. You were always proud of your heritage and you knew the value of remembering your past so that you can see your future with clearer eyes. You were determined to preserve the legacy of your ancestors, and your efforts have paid off. You have made it to the new 7 wonders of the world, and the unity of private and public entities has gained the support of UNESCO, other international organizations, and now the new 7 Wonders Foundation to ensure that Vigan's way of life is kept the same yet open for anyone to savor. Mr. Weber himself has explained that the new 7 Wonders Foundation, which is beyond the search for the 7 global cities, awarded this title, has the aim of documenting and conserving works of monuments worldwide under the motto of "Our heritage is our future." I'm heartened to know that Mr. Weber said that new 7 Wonder Cities will be a forum for discussing everything from urban planning to metropolitan governance, from tourism to architecture. The people of Vigan can share their experience as well as their lifestyle with the rest of the world. And therefore, I urge everyone not only to celebrate this honor, but also to continue working together and sharing ideas to preserve this unique cultural legacy for future generations. We should draw strength from the efforts of Vigan, even as we weigh the balance between urban development and preservation. And in our quest to become strong competitors in the ASEAN and global economies, we cannot be too quick to tear down the old to build the new without serious deliberation and debate. I myself can see many lessons from Vigan that can be applied to one of my posts, that of being head of the Housing and Urban Development Council, or HUDC. As Vigan has proven, prosperity is not always measured by a city's skyline, and it is not just malls that can bring in tourists and trade. Another thing that crosses my mind has to do with the title itself, Wonders of the World. The new 7 wonders, as well as the first generation wonders of the world, including our very own rice terraces of Benguet, are man-made. Hindi po sila milagro, hindi mga misteryo, ngunit mga kamangha-manghang gawa ng mga tao. They are monuments of the greatness of the human mind. But there is a downside. Since they are made by man, they can also be destroyed by man. That is both sad and true. It is unfortunate that most of what are called the original wonders of the world can no longer be enjoyed. They have been destroyed by war, by the elements, often by man's own carelessness or greed. And in these days of climate change and heavy pollution, even the ruins are barely there. Conservationists are racing against time to preserve, if not restore, the little that remains of these man-made glories. But those that have been lost forever to time are now only stories about the grand cultures of the past. Sayang, sayang pong talaga. Billions of dollars have been spent in cultural preservation and restoration. This cost would not have been incurred if peoples past and present had been mindful of their actions, if they had more respect for their own and other people's culture cultural legacies and for our own earth. Preservation is a conscious act that must be instilled in every individual, including you and me. We must make a conscious effort to protect not only our cultural legacy, but the earth, which next to our own lives is the greatest legacy of our Creator. Everyone can and should do his bit to protect our environment. Dapat po tayong makialam, dapat po tayong sumali. Countless groups have been organized to help save the earth. Join one or two of them. They are very enlightening, even fun. Save on electricity, help conserve water, plan your car trips. There are various little ways in which everyone, even children, can participate. Let's do it now, or every single act counts. Finally, as I briefly went around vegan in the past, I could not help thinking about all the work that went into building these houses, the plazas, the church, the streets during those pre-computer times. I imagine the masons carefully laying the stones to cover the streets, the carpenters putting together the bricks for the foundation, foremen supervising their work, and officials going over plans and making sure they were executed well. Vegan's founder, Juan de Salcedo, made sure that the structures adhered to the regulations of community planning of the time, that the main roads would converge in the plazas and the church. The workers were certainly as devoted as they were skilled. Otherwise, the cobblestones would have come too easily. The tiles would have been blown away from the roofs, and the brick foundations would have crumpled centuries ago. I sincerely believe the officials were no less focused in ensuring that the plans would be carried out well. These old structures are certainly showcases of excellent workmanship, products of people who love what they were doing. And going back to the present, I could envision the city leaders enjoining the residents to help preserve the city's structures and to campaign for a slot in the new 7 wonders of the world. Sigurado po ako na malaki ang naiambag ng triathlon na ginawa mula Santiago Cove, paikot ng Candon City hanggang Vigan noong 2013 sa pagpapalaganap ng kamalayan at interes ng mga tao sa kampanya. At sigurado rin po ako na napakahalaga ng naging papel ng mga namumuno ng lungsod mula sa mayor hanggang sa mga punong barangay at pati na rin ng mga opisyalis ng lalawigan sa pagkapili ng inyong lungsod bilang isa sa New 7 Wonders. In short, Vigan was and remains a model of unity and dedication of ordinary people and the effectiveness of their leaders. Its preservation is a testament to our Filipino traits of pagsisipag, pagtutulungan, at pakikiisa. And therefore, it is my hope that you will continue to show these traits, not only for the preservation of your city's cultural legacy, but also in various aspects of national life. I am sure you can teach other towns and cities about unity, dahil sanay na kayo sa pakikisa at pagtutulungan at kilalang masipag ang mga Ilocano. For starters, I urge to share with the rest of our countrymen what you know about preserving culture and feeling proud of one's roots. There are many vestiges of our glorious past in the various regions of our country. Though they may not be as aesthetically impressive as Vigan, nevertheless, they are part of the nation's past and are worth preserving because they show us how we were and remind us to focus on our future. Mga kababayan, pagtulungan po nating pangalagaan ang pamana ng ating lahi. Nakatatak sa pamanang ito kung paano mananaig, ang tunay na pagka-Pilipino ng bawat isa sa atin. Nasa pamahalang ito ang dangal, katapatan at tiwala sa sarili na tayo laging may kakayahang maging mahusay, magaling at mabuti. Congratulations once again to the people of Vigan City and Ilocos Sur for this well-deserved recognition of your sacrifices and dreams. Naimbagnal daw, kada kayo amin, mabuhay po ang Vigan, mabuhay po ang Pilipinas, mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vice President Jejomar Binay.